Hey everyone, it's Elise. Welcome back to the channel where I love to talk about all things personal finance. And this video is the fifth installment of an update to my emergency savings challenge for 2025. This video is a little bit late, so forgive me for that. When you do see this video, it will be showing on my actual birthday, which is June 19th. So please go ahead and give me a like for my birthday. I would really appreciate it. But I ultimately post these videos because it helps keep me accountable. Because last year, it's not that I didn't try to save for my emergency savings, it's just things got in the way and I was only able to save a whole $200 out of thousands that I was trying to save. And in 2025, I decided savings was going to be my priority. And we are in month 5, and although I'm happy that I'm doing it because we are getting progress done, this is when it starts to get hard because I am finding that I am interested in buying things. Most of them are wants, a few of them are needs, but like I just want more things. And it's a mental struggle because it's like you want to save, though. Above everything that you want to do, you want to save your money. But such is life. That's why these are important. This fifth installment is probably the most important because this is when things are getting hard. And now we are in the month of June, more than halfway through, and I'm still finding it very hard. So that's why I'm doing this, to keep myself accountable. Some good updates that have happened since I gave you guys the last update for April. The first one is that by the grace of God, all my bills are paid. Y'all also know, if you have watched one or two of these videos, is that I get a little bit nervous because I'm a seasonal worker, because I work in the hospitality field and not every season is fruitful or like really busy. But I will say for May, it was fine. Grateful for that. So not only was I able to pay my bills, I didn't have to go into my savings to pay my bills, and I was able to put into the 4 separate small savings accounts that I have every month to try to build it up at the end of the year. Number 2 is that this month was a 3 paycheck month. This is the first of 2 that are happening this year, God willing. And last video, I let you guys know that I was a little nervous because, again, I was worried we're going into the slow term for my job, and I was like, I hope I don't have to use that 3rd paycheck to pay my bills. I will say that I was actually able to clear at least $1,000, which was the goal, to just put that to the savings side. And I also had a little bit more to do something fun that I talked about last week, or the last few weeks, was I put like $100 towards my mortgage for a partial payment, which I'm trying to do a whole payment by the end of the year, and I have 7 months to do that. I know it's a random goal, but that's a goal that I have. And then the next thing is, as far as like my emergency trackers, last video, I believe I put up some emergency that have shown up that I'm tracking. One was $1,250 from the situation that's going on in my kitchen. That is still outstanding. Another video will be coming up shortly to update you on that. But the other one is that I had to pay $250 in March for the kitchen. But when it reflooded again in April, I told the people I wanted my money back, and I can report that they did make good on that, and they credited back $250 for me. So I put that money back into my original savings. As far as challenges that I'm experiencing this month as in my savings goal, other than what I aforementioned a little bit earlier, staying disciplined is harder this month around, but I'm dealing with that. The next thing is I got a few more medical bills that I added on to the big bill that I am paying for on a monthly basis. And that's just something that I have to add into it. It's about $200 more on top of, I'll say, the $1,200, $1,200 to $1,500. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. You know why it doesn't matter to me? Because that thing is going on a payment plan. Thank Lord for the payment plans, right? So that is something that has become new to me that I'm factoring in, and it's working out. Again, I'm just putting that at the end of a long line of things that I had to pay slowly but surely. And then the last challenge that I'm finding out is that I have a lot of consumer items that I find myself wanting to buy, and I don't want to let go of those wants because of my savings challenge. So the conclusion that I have come to is that I'm gonna have to become a full-time worker, come hook or crook. I am not currently a full-time worker. I work about 30 hours a week, or a little bit less than 30 hours a week. And I'm going to have to either get more hours at my job, find another side hustle, or find another job. I do have a little bit of a side hustle that started this month in May that helped me get my bills together when I wasn't sure how my bills were gonna go, as well as I did it again in June. I have a few ideas of things popping up that don't have high startup costs that I think I'm willing to invest in just to see where I end up at the end of the year. And that's where I'm at. But the conclusion that I have found in this challenge is I want to buy a few things and I need to just make some more money. It was nice to have this reprieve from my last full-time job of not having to work 40 plus hours, because I would work like 40 to 45 hours a week. And that was a gift I was giving to myself. I was like, this isn't really retirement. This is a pivot in life, but I set myself up in a way I don't have to work full time. And that was something that I was like, that's a flex for me. But right now, I think I'm gonna have to go. I had a good 2 years of freedom, but I need to work 40 plus hours just to secure myself a little bit more. And it's worth it to me. So I've had time to calm down my nervous system, have more slower mornings, but if need be, I'm gonna have to be out there 40 hours, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just gonna have to put on my good big girl pants and do what I need to do. The second part of the video, I'll go over like me putting stuff into my Google Sheets, and I'll talk about my low spend challenge, how that's going as well. So we need to go ahead and plug in everything into my monthly spreadsheets for my savings, which is separate from my monthly budgets. The only thing difference in May, which is exciting, is that I was really hoping to, with that extra paycheck I got from the month, the third one, to clear at least $1,000, and I was able to do that. Remember last week I was nervous that wasn't gonna happen. I was able to, so that's an extra $1,000. And then back to regular scheduled programming. My $129 fund, let me put in $1,000. My $129 fund that I pay only second to my 401k every month, I was able to put that into the account. Then the next saving fund that I do usually is the paycheck fund, where every paycheck every 2 weeks, I save $40 of that, an arbitrary number I picked. Normally that's $80, but because there's a third paycheck, it's gonna be $120 for this month, which is always nice. And I don't have a dividend fund payments this month because that happened last month at the end of April. And then any other fund, oh, my cash fund, I wrote that down here. So cash, I was able to save $40, $10 a week. Honestly, I think I fell behind once, and it should be 50, but we're gonna do 40 right now. We'll see where we end up at the end of the year. Should be at least $520. If I'm short $20, then I'll just find $20 in the year to put myself to where I need to be, as opposed to being short like $150. So 1 week isn't gonna kill me. I think these last 4 months I've been doing good. So that brings my total to, 1,000 plus 129, 20, $1,289 for the month of May. Thank you, Lord. I'm not going to tally everything up from the months behind us, but I will show everything arbitrarily, and maybe at the half year mark I'll see where we're at. As far as low spend, that is kind of out the door. My credit card balance was $430 in April, and I'm happy to say it was $430 at the end of May. Now, the goal is to get that down to zero at some point in the next 6 months. But like I told you guys earlier in the video, I am just seeing that I need to make some more money, a few $1,000s. And I've been praying and asking God to make that happen for me. and I got to do some work on my end, and we'll see. But as far as like low spend at this point is understood, but it's not on the front lobe of my brain. I'm just going to make sure every dollar is accounted for, but there's really no extra to put to my credit card. I don't see it at this point. I need to get my money up. So I need to pick up some more hours or find some other income. But this is where I'm at currently. And I've been brainstorming that. So the focus is going to be going more full-time hours. And that could be with my job, or it could be with another income opportunity. But that's where I'm at with low spending. There's only so much low spending I could do because my personal tastes are getting more expensive than what my budget is allowing for. The good thing is I have possibility, because imagine if I was working 40 hours, I would really hate to have to work 50 and 60. So I really can't complain too much. I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and work a little bit more. And that's my reality. That's where I'm at so far for this junction. It's a stressful June, I will say that, because I'm realizing more that the funds need to be included more. It's my social birthday month, so things like that. It's okay, but I'm gonna have to focus these next 30 days heavy on figuring that out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me as usual. Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing on your savings goals. We're pretty much halfway there, so let's lock down so that when we report in July about our first 6 months, we have some good things that we can say and that we're proud of ourselves for doing, because at least we're setting goals to get somewhere. If we never set goals, we would end up nowhere. I will see you guys next month as far as the savings challenge is concerned, and I'll see you probably next week for just one of my regular random videos. Talk to you later. Bye.